So this is Mike. He's a very awesome person, and we are going to do a little walkthrough of his property. He has a very awesome food forest here. He's got so many plants, and he told me he eats about, I believe, 30% of his food just straight from his yard. So Mike, I'm gonna have you take it away. Okay. We're gonna go through a little tour.
So you see the front of the shirt. Now I need to show you the back of the shirt. This is what permaculture is all about.
Earth care, people care, future care. Okay.
Future care meaning for the kids. We want to leave a legacy. We want to leave a planet that's going to be just as good a shape, if not better, than what we inherited from previous generations.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's go through a little walkthrough, man.
Yeah.
Show me what's going on in the front. I see we got some garden beds and awesomeness.
Free little library, so neighbors can come here and they can leave a book.
Okay.
They can take a book, and it's just, let's see, what is this one here? Earthly Delights. Oh, everyday vegetarian cooking. There you go.
Love it.
Nice to have neighbors that are vegetarian feast. This one, Raven Strike. Okay, so enough of the library. But now, what's really interesting is there's a little sign by the Pesticide Action Network. This is a honeybee haven, pesticide-free pollinator patch, safe for kids, pets, and bees.
Gotcha.
Zero pesticides or herbicides. Now here we have an example of a typical veggie garden. These are some veggies left over. These were just newly planted here. I've got some echinacea growing right here. This is yarrow. This is actually medicinal. Indigenous peoples would actually use it. I pinch them off.
Wow.
Actually, it helps you to feel better.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, is it like a adaptogen?
Absolutely.
Okay. I've been doing a little bit of research on that one.
Excellent. And a little bit of corn right here growing. Now this tree right here, this is called the Arbutus marina. It's the strawberry tree. This is actually an Asian American tree. It's a cross between the Arctostaphylos manzanita tree and the Arbutus unido tree from China. So it's actually an Asian American tree. And the magical thing is it's shedding now because it's growing. So look at that gorgeous bark. Look at the color, that red color. It gets it from the manzanita side of the family. And then it has these berries on it that are just to die for. That's why it has the name strawberry tree. They're kind of like strawberries.
Yeah.
So you can pick some out there. And
here.
There you go.
Let's grab one. Just, it looks to be a good one. Let's eat this. Tastes like strawberries.
Now, what's Southern California, what's the southwestern United States' biggest challenge, environmental challenge, our lack of water? So this is a vegetable garden that actually, I have it lined with a pond liner. It's like a big bathtub. And the bottom half has screened beach sand, and the top half has compost. And what happens is, when I fill it up with water, I fill it just enough to where it saturates the water, and then I don't water it for the next, say, month, and the plant roots grow down to the very bottom, and then they suck up just whatever water they need, because most of the time we water plants, and we overwater, we water. Well, that's the way the plant decides how much water it gets.
Wow. So you save a ton on water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Totally.
That's amazing. This is just so beautiful.
Yeah, so these are a lot of California native plants. If you want to save the planet, the best thing to do is to plant a native plant, because native plants have a special relationship with the biology in the soil, and the biology in the soil actually sequesters carbon. Now, as we know, carbon, there's just too much of it in the air, so we need to suck that down. So that's what trees do. The trees suck down the carbon through the process of photosynthesis. They turn it into sugars, they send it into the soil, then mycorrhizal fungi actually build their cells out of the excess carbon, so that's what keeps carbon in the soil. So we need the whole ecosystem is what we need, as opposed to the last 80 years, they've been telling us, big chemical companies, better gardening through chemistry. No, it needs to be better gardening through partnering with nature.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so awesome.
Yeah, and then as we continue up, let's take a check this out. This is the National Wildlife Federation Certified Wildlife Habitat. Provides food, water, cover, and places to raise young. So there's places for birds to raise their young here.
Okay.
Check out this aloe vera. It's a pinstriped aloe vera variegated. Beautiful. It's like a designer plant.
Wow. Awesome. And you guys don't know this, but he actually, you know, ate an aloe vera because I was here already. But he ate some of the aloe vera, so I had some of it as well. It's quite salty, but it's actually good for you, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh man, you get a burn, you put it on there. It's a healer, and it's great for your microbiome in your gut. These are flowers from the moringa tree. This is a little moringa tree, a group from seeds. So
okay.
It's a really cool plant, and so it's the highest form of highest concentration of protein in the plant world is the moringa tree. Wow. It's a miracle tree. So, and then this driveway here, you know, if you own a car, your tires go bald. What happens? You take them to the mechanic, he puts new tires on. What happens to those old tires? Well, they either go to landfill where they take about 500 years to break down, or worse yet, they burn them. Lovely for the environment, right?
Yeah.
We're just talking about too much pollution in the air. Well, when the rain falls on my roof, it goes down the pipe, it goes down here, and it used to go down the driveway and go into the street. Yeah. But what I did was I took this section of the driveway out, and I actually have a ground up passenger car tires, and we mixed it with the super glue and we screed it on here. And so now when the water comes down here, it actually goes into the ground. So you can drive on this, but it also allows water penetration, which will allow water for the tree now, getting twice as much water as it used to get. And more importantly, it keeps water from going into the street, picking up motor oil, and going out to the ocean, thus polluting the ocean. So,
yeah, which is what we don't want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, and you know, the concrete here isn't perfect, but what I did, instead of tearing it out and adding to landfills, I just colored it with a colorant.
So I got a question actually.
Yeah.
So did the city ever, you know, tell you, hey, you can't do this, Mike, you know, or, you know, this is doing too much to the property, you're going to disturb, you know, the neighborhood or the neighbors, or was there any like limitations for you when you were doing things like this?
No, this city was typically they're okay with doing improvements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Now we're in the beach area, which means you don't have a lot of land. When we're down to beach, so a lot of people, they don't have any land at all. The closer you get to the beach, the higher property values are, and you just have no land. So this food forest right here is actually growing on top of concrete in felt bags. I ordered the felt bags on Amazon. Yeah. And the idea is that the reason why you want to use felt instead of plastic is because plastic doesn't allow air circulation through, so the roots freak out. They put the trees put all their energy into making more roots instead of more tree. Yeah. So with the felt, it breathes, and so the plant's like, okay, I can breathe. I'm going to put my energy into making trees.
I see.
So that's what this. Check this out.
So what's this right here? I see we got something fruiting.
Yeah, that's a pear.
Wow.
It's a little pear tree. So
awesome.
And these are I just replanted these yesterday. These are my garden towers. They just put seeds inside of every one of these, water it, and then it's a space saver. And you know, I filled it with tons of Swiss chard. Eat a lot of chard, very high protein.
And how many? Right, high protein. I love it. Oh, he's also a vegan, right? You're a vegan. How long have you been vegan for?
About 15 years.
Wow, love it.
Hardcore.
Love it. That's my guy.
Yeah.
So how many plants could you typically grow? Or are you allowed to grow in just this one, you know, piece?
I think there's about like I don't know, 60, 70 plants per thing here. Wow. Yeah, so it's a real space saver. Now this is called aeroponics. This actually recycles and reuses the same water over and over again. Okay. This grows, if you put the water down there, it's a 10-gallon tank, put a little bit of nutrients in there, and And oh man, let's see, what do we have here? Whoa!
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Sometimes the roots will become, you know, they'll be like 6 feet tall.
Wow!
And yeah, so that's a lot of root.
That's crazy.
To support this.
So one, you're saving money. I mean, you're saving money, and you're also saving water.
Right.
But also you're maximizing on the space that you have.
Yes.
Like by a lot, because I mean, you can grow so much here. Like, how many plants are you growing in just this area right here?
72 in this tiny little area like this and like that. 72 plants.
72 plants, y'all. This is 1, 2, 3 to 4 feet, and it's vertically 72 plants.
Yeah.
Literally anybody can do this.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
And then
this Swiss chard is so beautiful.
Swiss chard. That same thing here. There's a 20-gallon tank. And I put some nutrients in there. Now, I took this same thing. Oh, here's a little homemade version here. It's a rolling planter, and I actually have a pump inside of here. It pushes water up to the top, and so it just recycles the same water over and over again. So you got to think recycling, and you got to think of what can I do to recycle water and grow food. That's the best of both worlds. Now, I took one of those systems, and I converted it, my koi pond. I'll show you that in a second, but I did want to point out, this is a 5,000-gallon rainwater harvesting system.
What you're standing on?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a tank underneath here, 5,000-gallon tank. Rain falls on the solar panels up on top of the garage. It falls there, and then it goes into the gutter. It goes into here, into here, into here, comes over here, and then this is a 5,000-gallon rainwater harvesting tank. So I have a pump that pulls it out and pushes it into drip irrigation when the summertime comes, when I need it the most.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then moving on, so we'll go to my aquaponics system.
Okay.
So we can see here, here's the fish, and I have a pump that, a second pump for these, that's inside the fish pond, that pushes water up to the top up here.
Okay.
And so these are being fertilized and watered, these plants, by fish.
Because of their feces and their urine.
Right.
Wow. So you never have to. So question, do you ever have to like feed your plants with like you never have to do that?
It's all the fish.
Wow. Okay. So you essentially don't do anything.
No. Well, you have to eat the food.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
Yeah.
This is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So how many plants do you think you grow on the property here?
Oh, it's all year long.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's all year long.
Okay.
Check out the little lime tree, little tiny limes.
Wow.
A bird left us a little present here. Left us a little fertilizer patch. And then watch out for pomegranates. And
wow. What I really like about this is that, you know, this tree is planted in a very small, you know, space. So that's really, really crazy. So my question to you is this: do you ever get worried for growing fruit trees that could potentially be super huge in small areas? Like, for example, you have, this is what, a banana, right? This is a banana tree?
Look at that giant banana thing up there.
Wow.
Big clump of bananas. And there's a second one right here. This is younger, but you can clearly see these right here.
Wow.
And then that whole wall on the back is all passion fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does that stretch from corner
from one
to corner?
end of the yard to the other.
Wow.
The entire yard. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Ashwagandha. This is the African and the Vedic or Indian.
Okay.
Right down there, so you can see the difference, small and large.
So do you know the benefits of ashwagandha?
Oh, it's an adaptogen.
Okay.
It empowers your body to be, its organs to be the best that they can be.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It empowers your body, so very, very important.
That's awesome.
This is elderberry, but it's going to sleep for the year, or for the winter. We're in December now. Here's some more bananas right here. Wow, look at that thing. So
that thing is huge.
When these are ready to eat, then this whole stalk right here will die, and then it'll put all its energy into the new ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is the name of this banana here?
It's an ice cream banana.
Wow. And where do you know where it like typically grows at? Where it's native to?
You know, I got it off of a friend of mine, Farmer Rishi, over in Pasadena.
Okay.
Or excuse me, Pomona. I'll have to ask him. He sold it to me.
Got you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's super amazing.
And then here's this is like an architectural, my first tried an architectural aquaponic system where there's goldfish in the bottom.
Okay.
And then it takes the goldfish water and pushes it up through these pipes where there's, actually I've got a little Swiss chard back there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, growing in the pipes. So
wow.
Yeah. And,
let's go check that out.
Yeah. So all this that's from fish water there. And then when my fish do have, when the fish filter cleans out the fish pond, it pushes it into the compost pile over there. So it always gets a fresh source of.
So it kind of helps out with you know, the turning of your compost and contributing more minerals to it, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Guava tree right there.
Guava, okay. Yeah. And then I think you pointed out 2 guava trees. So
yeah,
you got
there's
pink?
Strawberry guava right over here. And so the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So get planted as soon as possible.
Love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah.
This is beautiful.
As much food as you can, because that's really.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What is your most favorite plant to grow?
You know, I think Swiss chard, just because it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like fava beans too. They're nitrogen fixers. They actually pull nitrogen out of the atmosphere and push it into the soil. They fix it to make it. They fix the nitrogen so that it makes it more plant accessible for other plants.
So I have a question. Why all of this, Mike? Why all of this? Why is it important that you, Mike, grow food at your house and, you know, have these meetups with people to show them the importance of this, as well as, you know, to just embrace them in this world? Why?
You know, so much of life before 100 years ago was people were more intuitive. They seemed to be more in tune. Their vision, they seemed to have a clearer vision. It seemed like after World War II, the big chemical ag companies were, you know, told farmers, you know what, don't go back to the farms. Leave that to us. Better gardening through chemistry. And go enjoy your life. We trusted them. They sold us down a road we should never have gone down. Now food is, you know, there's warning labels on foods. I don't understand why they still sell cigarettes. They have the skull and crossbones and said, if you purchase this, you get cancer and die. And people still
buy it.
Yeah, they still. Yeah, you know what? A huge percentage of the food that we buy in supermarkets, it has tons of pesticides, herbicides, Roundup. I mean, for Pete's sake, Big Ag is being sued for hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're still selling these products. So you just don't know what's in your food, and so to the extent that you can, you have to try to grow your own, because then you could be, you know, secure in knowing that what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, and what your body is absorbing is actually pure.
So I have a question, because I garden as well. I have a garden at my house. You know, I've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 beds, and I've got a few fruit trees that were pre-existing on the property, as well as a grapevine. But for me, you know, I kind of have like a spiritual approach to growing plants. You know, I actually speak to my plants, and I've learned from the internet that, you know, speaking positively to plants, you know, it increases, it just makes them more powerful and of service to you when you consume them. So do you have like a spiritual connection to, you know, the plants that you grow here? Are you the type that's connected to them, and, you know, do you have a relationship with your plants?
I'd like to encourage everybody to look at a book called Forest Bathing by Amos Clifford. And it talks about the spiritual connection that people have to plants, especially toward trees. There's white studies that were done, white papers that have been done on the relationship that plants have with humans. And they come to find out that when they're stressed, like let's say in the forest, trees will actually put out something called phytoncides, which are, when humans breathe in these chemicals from trees, they actually produce NK cells, or natural killer cells for cancer. They kill cancer cells. Yeah. And so we humans can't live without trees. We know that because we get oxygen from them. They're the oxygen makers of the earth. Right. So if they disappear, we disappear. So we do have a relationship with trees if we just sit down and take the time and listen. Trees do talk to us. And people sometimes they think, I'm a little crazy when I say that, but what's interesting is, like, I have a little dog, her name's Roxy, and I come in from work and she's just wagging her tail and she's smiling. I have never spoken a word of bark. She's never spoken English, but we love each other.
And you have that connection.
We do. And so why can't you do that with a tree? And you can. I have a lot of tree friends. I think you'll get more understanding with the forest bathing. The difference between forest bathing and meditation is meditation you're going within. With forest bathing, you're actually empowering your senses to be more sensitive, to go in the outer limits of your body, and connecting with trees. It's really fascinating. So.
Interesting. So this is more of like a metaphysical connection to the outside world rather than the inside world.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. So with you growing your own food, have you noticed a huge taste and have you noticed a huge taste difference as well as the fuel difference? Like, do you feel more fueled, or do you feel more fueled when you eat food that's grown from home versus from the grocery stores?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's funny is you go to Vaughn's and you buy some of the most delicious looking strawberries that are wrapped in plastic. You get them home, you bite into it, and it's like tasting water. And then there's microbes in the soil. How soil actually works is there's cations, and I don't want to turn us into a chemistry thing. Let me just say, the bugs in the soil, the soil food web, where there's a food chain in the soil. If you have all the bugs there, they'll chew down the stuff in the soil to make the nutrients plant accessible, so that plants can put. And if plants are eating this wholesome diet of the good organic fertilizers that plants have, that the biology has made ready for them, you'll have the best tasting food. So if you fertilize with inorganic synthetic fertilizers that are petroleum based, you'll have something that looks like an apple or a tomato, but it's not going to have the taste of something that's grown with partnering with nature. Think about it too. When you go to a store, tomato growers today, tomato farmers, typically, they don't grow tomatoes. A farmer doesn't look at this red tomato and say, you know what, we want to make the world's most nutrient-dense food. All they're worried about is getting the thickest skin, because if a little 3-year-old gets the tomato and drops it and makes a mess, that's going to be a problem. So today, they don't care what they taste like. They don't care whether or not they're nutrient dense. All they care about is that it has a thick skin and it looks red.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the solution to a lot of our deficiencies and our health issues is essentially just growing our food from home and actually caring for the food that we grow, so that way then it can care for us.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. There's an app being developed right now. There's a few soil scientists out there that are developing an app that you'll be able to point at your phone at a piece of fruit, for example, and actually determine the nutritional density.
Wow.
This carrot has so many,
so many minerals and nutrients.
Yeah, it's a nutritional density. This has more nutrient density. Can you imagine what a game changer that's going to be?
That's going to be huge.
Yeah, the prototype's already been out, and so it'll take it a couple more years, but that's going to be a real game changer for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So dude, this is super awesome. As I've told you already, this is like a dream come true for me, because like I've been growing food for a while, but like I've watched and obsessed over videos of people who, you know, grow their own food and display other people who grow their own food, like acres of just tropical wild fruits and, you know, greens that I've never even heard of, right? And the benefits of it. And it's very, very beautiful and connecting to see human beings operating on that frequency to then, you know, be a very great representation for another person to then, you know, consume what they're seeing and see like, hey, this person is maximizing on their human experience.
Right.
So it's just very beautiful to be here and just to see everything, because like I said, this is just something that I feel like is very connecting and that every human being on the planet is entitled to, because, you know, we're here, right? If you were born and you're a human being and, you know, you're alive, you're entitled to be connected to nature, you know? You're alive and you're present in this reality. Why not be connected to nature as much as possible? I don't think that we're, you know, separate from nature. So I think
we are nature.
Exactly. So this is just very, very beautiful. And let's check out your compost, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they say that the average human has about 100 trillion cells.
Okay.
100 trillion cells, but only 10% of those cells are Homo sapien, or human.
Okay.
The 9/10 of the cells in this body are in the gut biome. It's all the bacteria that's inside that actually absorbs our food, and then we absorb what they put out.
Gotcha.
So it's very fascinating. So this is the compost pile, and what happens is my koi pond pump filter, it automatically flushes out when it gets too much fish waste, and I have it so that it pushes all the fish waste into the compost right here, so it's getting all the fish nutrients.
Wow.
So it's just dripping down there, and so it gets extra minerals and nutrients.
And you know what I just noticed? There's literally no bad smell here.
No.
There's no bad smell here.
No, not if you do it right.
And we're very, very close to, you know, fish crap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So like, you would think that being this close to fish crap, or just any crap in general, you would smell something and just kind of, you know, go in the other direction.
Yeah.
But that's not happening here.
The key is oxygen. You gotta oxygenate the water. It never smells.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, this is dope, dude. This is super dope.
My neighbor, look at all the avocados.
Oh my God, those are avocados?
Don't trim the tree over my side. Those are my avocados. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even see that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, check this out. This is so these are the it's a food wall. So if you don't have a lot of space, do a food wall. These are plums. These are apples, citrus, and in those actually I took the bottoms of those 15-gallon containers out, and I even have what's this? This is a little straggler.
You said it's thistle?
No.
Or what is this?
That's a medicinal.
This is
now a legal herb.
Okay. Oh, it's an illegal herb?
It's a legal herb now.
Ah, so this is that MJ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, look at those buds. Those are no spray, chemical, herbicides, or pesticides.
Completely natural.
Yeah, that's actually ready to harvest there. I think I missed that one. So.
That's amazing. Yeah, I actually grew my own as well.
Oh, you did?
Last year. Yeah.
Ah.
So that was a really, really good experience.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I saw that there's a potato. I thought, whoa, oh, so this is a squash right here, right?
It's a squash.
Did you intentionally try to grow this?
No, it just kind of popped up.
Yeah. That's awesome. Look at that squash.
Missed that one.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's growing on right?
All the cannabis, they were about almost 15 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah, and so just harvested them. Boom, 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 boom. About a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah.
dude. Mike, this has been awesome, man. I don't want to like make this too long.
Yeah.
but I really do appreciate you, you know, showing us your property and letting me, you know, film this.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I could probably like try taste test right now? Or is it possible I can grab a pomegranate?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
All right, dope. Which one do you think is like the best?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
Whatever, you know, they say the one that go at the very, you know, the very top probably gets more sun, and so I don't know, like maybe.
Let's see. I'll probably try to grab that one.
Yeah. Grab it.
Yeah. Would you mind just holding this as I try?
Cool.
This is Jeremiah in the wild.
Will he get it? Will he get it?
I probably got to jump to it.
Oh man, dude can jump, huh?
Let's see.
Almost, almost.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Let's see, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yes, just twist it off there. Come on. Muscle it off. Muscle it off. There you go. Ah, got it. It was worth the effort.
Thanks. Yo, Mike, I just want to say it's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. And would you have any like, you know, links or, you know, things for people to check out?
Oh, you know, once
Like how can people hear more about Mike?
Once a month we have a sustainability event here at my place at 2609 Vargas Way in Redondo Beach.
Okay.
Between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. I've got I'm old school, Facebook channel, or Facebook page. If you go Mike Garcia Enviroscape, you'll find my Facebook page. It's like a news ticker for environmental issues. Also Instagram, I've got punch in Enviroscape LA.
Got you.
TikTok is Enviroscape LA.
He's on the TikTok, y'all.
yeah. I just started posting on there. I've got about 20 videos up so far.
Love it.
So yeah, and I would highly recommend the book Kiss the Ground.
Okay.
That book, it's just awesome. It's just dope. It's an amazing book. Love that book. And if you don't have time to read the book, at least see the 2-hour Netflix movie. It's just awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, dope. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Appreciate this, and we'll probably see you for round 2, maybe when things are fruiting.
You got it.
Got you. Awesome.
Take care.